of all, if I remember correctly, so I was watching this game. What happened was, okay, so let me tell you what the problem is. Like, it's very hard, like, to go over like all these new, to go over all the small things such as laning and where the individual leads came from and this and that. That takes time, and that's not really what I'm here for. Fuck, my brain's not working. But my thoughts on the game were very simple. If you just talk about the draft phase, okay, there's a major problem that I think happens in the draft, and which is not often talked about, which is G2's draft sucks. Okay, so let me go one by one why G2's draft sucks. Okay, first of all, Jax, this game is so fucking broken. And literally you can put any top laner in on Jax this game and it will just be broken. I'll be like, Nemesis, why is Jax broken this game? Because the way Jax functions in current League of Legends is, he buys Sunder first item and then he usually buys like Cleaver or Zhonya and then Cleaver or Zhonya. That's usually mostly his build, right? Everyone plays Jax the same way. Now what's gonna happen is, we saw this Jax starting to match up a billion of times at Worlds, at MSI, in splits. Every time the Jax and Renekton, it just is around even. Maybe someone gets like a slight lead. Mostly it's just even. And then 1 or 2 items forward, Jax just wins. And this happens like every time, man. It happens every time. Like, Renekton wasn't even doing bad this game. It's just that Jax has such an omega value in this draft. And what is Jax bad against? Usually mages. Well, guess what? G2 has no mage in the draft. Now, if you go one by one, Jax will eventually be like shitting on Renekton or just outvaluing him as a champion. Against Maokai, he's not the best. Jax is not the best into Maokai. However, once he gets to 2-3 items, he has so much HP, he's just Thunder proccing the Maokai. Also, like, decent. It's just okay. It's not the best, it's okay. Insanely good into Tristana. If there's any champion you don't want to play Tristana mid into, it's Jax. Because Tristana's whole kit is auto-attacking. Jax E, well, counters every auto-attacking champion in the game. Ezreal, well, it's not the worst ADC into Jax, because he has at least some spells to cast, and it's not only auto-attack centric, it's also not that special. And I also don't think, from watching Worlds Ezreals, that they have particularly good results with the champion. And Lissandra support, the champion does no damage, aka bad into Jax, even though she has CC, which is like the good part into Jax, but still. G2's draft is just terrible into Jax. That's the first thing, it's just horrible, miserable into Jax. Do I have right runes? I do. Well, second of all, Maokai is not as good as it used to be. Maokai used to be very good months ago. Right now, League of Legends has changed meta. Which champions are OP right now? Bruisers. Bruisers are Omega OP. When Lee Sin goes Gorginker, Cleaver, Starak, scales like a fucking monster. Even though Maokai is still a decent champion, he's just nowhere near as good as he used to be, in my opinion. Third of all, this Maokai pick also gives Salas insane value, because, well, Salas ult is crazy good on Maokai, so Gen.G gets a Salas ult for free. Fourth of all, I mean, mid matchup is like, it's a bit losing for Salas, but Salas will be extremely good late game this game, extremely good. He has the Lissandra ult, he has Maokai ult and Renekton ult, extremely good, and he just fits the utility. Then Zarakan, well, I don't even know how to explain, Zarakan is just... this combo is just illegal, like... Anyway, so yeah, what I was saying about the draw of this game. Okay, the point I was trying to make. Jax, super OP. Number 2, Maokai, not as good as it used to be. Still a pretty good champion. Just, you know, not like SS plus tier as it used to be. Salas pick, well, it does have a bad matchup. If the game goes mid to late, it will have insane value. And then Zarakan is OP. And what happened this game? I know Chovy got like solo killed early. That's what I remember. But that was like weird. Like I don't know why Caps. Like Caps is. I don't understand what's Caps' obsession over Mercs. Like, look at this build. In lane, he bought Mercs, Dornblade, even though Dornblade not buffed. Cool, Longsword. Like, what is his build? Why are we buying Mercs? There's nothing to Mercs here. There's legit no champion you can Mercs. And Rakan ulti is jumpable. So, I don't understand. It's just useless Mercs game. Anyway, what even happened? From what I remember, basically, laning phase went pretty even. Like, Chovy got solo killed, that's about it. And then G2 got one Jake, which doesn't matter really that much. And then what happened was just team fights happened, the skirmishes happened, and Gen.G just won all of them. And then Gen.G just won the game off that. But I think the later the game goes, the more Gen.G's comp is favored this game. Those were my thoughts on this game. And then this game, I also think Gen.G has a way better draft. Again. First of all, I didn't understand. Like, I really didn't understand what the hell G2 was thinking in the draft phase. So, like, G2's draft is so weird. Like, I don't understand it. Like, if someone could please help me understand this. So, okay. So, we first pick Maokai like game 1. So, G2 has like a really high Maokai priority. They still think the champ is like very good, I guess. Which is fine. I mean, if they think that way. Gen.G goes Zarakan. Obviously, this will be very problematic. Picking Zarakan will be very problematic once you play against like T1 or JDG or something. If they play Caitlyn or something, like in lane, these champs can get really smashed by Caitlyn and X support. But yeah, whatever. Okay, Zarakan. And then G2 picks Naut Lucian. I'm telling you right now, any game in this video game, okay? Any game in this video game. Sorry, yeah. If you would tell me, would you rather have Zarakan or Naut Lucian? Come on, which one are you choosing? It's so bad. It's so bad. But it gets worse, okay? They pick Rel. Okay, so the show Rel goes jungle. They're just gonna play a tank jungler into Maokai, okay? And then Gen.G blinds Akali. Sorry. Gen.G blinds Akali. Okay. It's like a Chovy blind, right? So what would teams usually play here? Like, it's kind of hard to pick anything if you're G2. I think like you're kind of screwing yourself in the draft here if you're G2. Because what do you want to play here? You want to play Syndra? It's not that good because you have Mark on your team. Emmer stack's gonna happen. You wanna play Lissandra, your team complex damage? I don't know what the play is here. I don't know. Anything you pick kind of is bad because of the first tier picks already. But then they go Cassante Talia. I mean, this is like a horrible rotation. I'm gonna be honest. It's a horrible rotation. Like, G2's draft has genuinely very low amounts of damage. Unless they're hat. Legit, like... And like, Talia is so bad, bro. Talia is so bad. Like, I've been ranting how bad Talia is. The first day I came to Korea, and I saw how high priority this champion is in solo queue, in mid and jungle, especially jungle. Like, I'm genuinely flaming Talia 24/7. This champion is so horrible. It does not win lane into Akali, it goes even in lane. In fact, if you actually watch the game, he lost lane by CS, just CS score, but okay. It doesn't do anything. This champ has no damage. Akali will just buy Mercs, which is what she did. Then Talia E stuns for 0.1 second. It doesn't do anything into Akali. Like, it just doesn't. And like, here again, in my opinion, Gen.G just has superior draft in so many ways. And you know, I was watching this game when they were playing. Like, if I can find any team fight, like okay, Gen.G players also played better individually, right? Like, I'm obviously talking mainly about draft here. I'm not denying Gen.G players played better, but I was watching team fights this game, and every team fight I saw Talia press E, and Akali just like either didn't care or like she just doesn't get stunned. Like, I don't know if I can find any right now, but I'm just saying, like, this champ just does nothing. Like, look this fight, for example. Watch it. Caps presses E. Caps presses E. Look. Caps versus E, Akali eats like 3 fucking E's at least, if not more. She for sure eats E's here. She gets stunned. Look how long the stun lasts. Nothing. Then she gets W'd. Akali still easily catches up. This champ does nothing. And I mean it. Nothing. It's horrible, champion. And you know, when I play Taliyah in solo, and like sure, of course, in this case, you know, Caps is also like a bit down in items, doesn't do a lot of damage. But I'm just saying, this champ does no damage in any case. I play Taliyah in solo queue. I'm always complaining how this champ is so trash. And it's like Taliyah is just a world's bait. They go this like phasers Taliyah. Ooh, I'm gonna run fast. No, pretend to do damage, and she just doesn't do any damage because she's just a weak ass mage. She's just weak. Her ult is like extremely bad. I'm gonna be honest, Taliyah ult is like extremely bad spell. It is used so rarely to get any value. Okay, so when is Taliyah ult value? Okay, obviously when you go roam and you can pick up someone with ult, which in pro play almost never happens. Let's be honest, it almost never happens. Plus, to mention, Taliyah rank 1 ult has no range, so rank 1 ult of Taliyah is fucking useless. You need level 11 for the ult to even have any range. Okay, then when else is Taliyah useful? Okay, when you like zone out on objective or like a tower siege. But come on, that's such a useless ultimate. That's such a useless ultimate in general. You use it one time in the game to secure a dragon. Fucking useless ult, man. And then I don't know, her Q just does no damage. Her W is like no damage spell too. I mean, her E is like fucking useless these days. Like, what is this champ even? That's my opinion, that's my take, okay? Like, she doesn't even have that good utility. Like, her utility is so reliant that your teammates set up CC for you so you can land your spells. Her spells are so dodgeable, they're flashable. This champ doesn't scale well. I just can't. I could rant about it all day if I wanted to. But anyway, I mean, obviously I'm talking only about draft here. Gen.G played better on a lot of levels as well, and a lot of skirmishes, fights, and whatever they took. Even laning phase, they got ahead, but yeah, it's just too long to go over this. I'm just giving like general thoughts that are easy to process. What do you think they should have picked into Akali? Well, as I said, I think the draft is already bad. I wouldn't like to be like, because I like whenever I see drafts like this, I try to put myself into this situation. Okay, if I'm in the situation here where I'm picking 4 or 5, I'm not feeling very happy. Why am I not feeling happy? Well, first of all, no matter what, I would like a bruiser top lane. In my opinion, bruisers are most likely the strongest role in the game right now. Bruisers are genuinely so fucking strong right now. If they're not the strongest, they're one of the strongest. Every bruiser is so nuts. Like, you need a bruiser top because your team comp already lacks damage, and you need to fill your team comp with 80 physical damage so you can like, you know, so I don't know what G2 wants to do. They can blind Aatrox because Jace and Renekton and Jax are banned. I don't know what else they want to blind. Aatrox blind looks okay. Like, I don't know. They want to blind something else? I don't know. Aatrox blind works pretty well here. And then, or GP, I don't know. And then for mid lane, I don't know. I would probably still pick Syndra, even though it's not the best Syndra game because you have Maoka in your team. But I would just pick Syndra. Like, I don't see a better mage to pick here.